Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive deep into another fascinating topic.
Always ready. What are we exploring today?
Well, let's talk about something I know a lot of our listeners dream about. Making serious bank as a professional speaker. We're talking six figures, sold out venues, the whole shebang.
Ah, the dream. I can definitely relate to that aspiration.
Exactly. And we're not just daydreaming today. We're actually going to get into the nitty-gritty. We're diving deep into this source, making of a six figure. It's supposed to be like the ultimate roadmap to success in the speaking world.
Ooh, making of a six figure sounds promising. What kind of stuff does it cover?
One of the things that really struck me right off the bat was how real it is. Like, it doesn't just jump into all the rah-rah, you're going to be a star stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it acknowledges all those initial hurdles, like feeling invisible when you're first starting out, not really knowing how to build credibility or how to even set your prices.
Makes sense. Those are definitely some of the biggest anxieties when you're first starting out.
Totally. And what I appreciate is that making of a six figure doesn't just point out the problems,
Mm.
it actually lays out a super structured plan to overcome them. They call it the path to transformation. 7 concrete steps to go from like totally overlooked to completely booked.
Hmm, 7 steps. I'm intrigued. Can you give us a sneak peek? What's step one?
All right, so step 1 is all about, well, it might sound obvious, but it's identifying your niche.
Ah, okay, finding your speaking sweet spot. I'm guessing it's more than just picking a topic you like, right?
Right. It's like, okay, instead of just being a doctor, you become like the world's top heart surgeon. You're not competing with every other doctor out there. You're the go-to expert for that one very specific thing, and that's what commands those premium fees.
I like that analogy. So you're basically saying find that one thing you're really good at and become known for it.
Exactly. And then once you got that niche locked down, step 2 is about crafting what they call your signature talk.
Okay, so this isn't just any old presentation you threw together, right? What makes a talk signature?
It's like, the one presentation that perfectly captures your unique value proposition, the thing that really sets you apart from everyone else in your field.
Ah, I see, like your speaking masterpiece.
Right.
But I guess figuring that out requires you to first figure out what's so special about you in the first place, right? Like, what problems do you solve better than anyone else? What solutions do you bring to the table?
100%.
Yeah.
You've got to be crystal clear on what you offer and who you're serving. And speaking of getting yourself out there, making of a six figure talks a lot about building a strong online presence.
Right, so we're talking websites, social media, all that good stuff.
Yep. But it's not just about slapping together a website and calling it a day. The book really encourages you to think of your online platform as like this dynamic hub of your brand.
Interesting. So more than just a digital business card then.
Oh yeah, way more. It should be a place where people can really get a taste of who you are as a speaker. Maybe offer a preview of your signature talk, highlight testimonials from happy clients, even give away some free resources.
Gotcha. So it's all about showcasing your expertise, making yourself easily accessible, and building that all-important credibility. What about blogging and social media? Is that still important in the age of, TikTok and all these flashy short-form video platforms?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And you know what? The book actually dives into that. The core principle is the same, whether it's a blog post or a TikTok video. It's about demonstrating your knowledge and connecting with people.
I can see how that ties into building credibility. A blog allows you to really go deep on topics in your niche, which positions you as a thought leader.
Totally. And social media.
Yeah.
Well, that's all about engaging with your audience, right? You're building a community around your expertise, sparking those conversations.
Right. It's all about making yourself visible and memorable. So online presence is crucial, but I'm guessing real-world connections still matter too. What does making of a six-figure say about that?
You're right on track. Step 4 in their path to transformation is all about networking and referrals. And I don't know about you, but I think there's nothing more powerful than getting a recommendation from someone who's already a fan of your work.
Oh, absolutely. Word of mouth is marketing gold. Did the book have any interesting stories about that?
Actually, yeah. They shared this case study about a speaker who landed their biggest speaking gig ever through a referral. And get this, they met that person at, like, a small local event. It really proves that you never know where that next game-changing connection will come from.
That's a great point, and it segues perfectly into the next step, investing in marketing, which I think can be a scary concept for a lot of people, especially if they don't have a marketing background. Did the book offer any guidance on that front?
Yeah, definitely. And it's actually not as daunting as it might seem at first. Making of a Six-Figure breaks down marketing into manageable pieces. They talk about things like paid advertising on platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn, running effective social media promotions, and using email marketing to stay connected with your audience.
Sounds pretty comprehensive. Any emphasis on tracking results and making sure those marketing dollars are well spent?
Oh, for sure. That's a big part of it. The book really emphasizes the importance of tracking your results. It's not about just throwing money at marketing and hoping for the best. It's about constantly analyzing what's working, what's not, and making adjustments along the way.
So you're saying even if you're not a marketing whiz, you can still learn the ropes and create a strategy that works for you.
Absolutely. And then, of course, all that marketing has to lead somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Which brings us to step 6, practicing and refining your presentations.
Ah, yes, the bread and butter of being a speaker.
I love how Making of a Six-Figure emphasizes that even super experienced speakers, those at the top of their game, they never stop practicing.
That makes sense. There's always room for improvement, right?
Exactly. They're constantly looking for ways to tighten up their delivery, to make their message even more impactful, and to keep their material fresh and engaging.
Just like those elite athletes who are always training no matter how many championships they've won.
Perfect analogy. And finally, we get to step 7. This is like the big picture stuff, building your personal brand.
Sounds a bit abstract. Does the book give any concrete advice on how to approach that?
Oh yeah, it encourages you to think of your brand like a well-known company's logo,
Mm-hmm.
instantly recognizable and representing a clear set of values. The key, they say, is consistency,
Consistency. I see how that's important.
like your speaking style, your messaging, even your visual presence. It all needs to work together to create a cohesive brand that stands out from the crowd.
It's like creating a symphony of you, all the elements working in harmony to create a powerful impact.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the journey laid out in Making of a Six-Figure, going from feeling overlooked to being totally overbooked, in demand, and commanding those six-figure fees.
Sounds like it takes work, but the rewards could be pretty amazing, right?
Oh, definitely. The main takeaway is that becoming a six-figure speaker is totally achievable, but it does require dedication, a solid strategy, and a willingness to always be learning and adapting.
I think that's a great message for all of us to remember, no matter what stage of the game we're in. Speaking of that, what one action from Making of a Six Figures path to transformation resonated most with you? Something you might want to tackle this week?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that one. How about you? Anything jumping out at you?
Well, I've been meaning to revamp my website. Maybe I'll start there.
That's a great idea. And to all our listeners out there, whether you're just starting out on your speaking journey or you're already a seasoned pro, we want to hear from you too. What's one action you're inspired to take after hearing all about Making of a Six-Figure? Share your thoughts on social media, and let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely. We're all in this together.
And hey, remember, the speaking world needs your unique voice and your expertise. So keep honing your craft, keep connecting with your audience, and keep reaching for those big stages.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, everyone, keep on speaking.